See, that is what's going on with planet Earth right now. And the politics of it are that just like your whiny little brother who doesn't know better or doesn't want to know better, some people just want to do what they want to do with no regard for the consequences. Irresponsible. Because as soon as he's eaten the pasta he's making and finished his workout, he's going out with his friends to the air-conditioned mall, leaving you to swelter in the heat that he added to through his actions. The politics of climate change are really the politics of irresponsibility. At this point, it doesn't really matter so much who or what caused global warming, does it? I mean, that's a matter for historians, really. What matters is that we stop adding heat to our home planet, that we draw down the carbon, which is like drawing down the shades in a sense, or like opening the windows to let heat out, and that we cool down the house by removing the heat-absorbing surfaces, getting rid of black and gray pavement and roofing, painting it white or bright colors, covering it with vegetation to absorb the sunlight instead, transforming into food and carbon-sequestering woody tissue and soil instead of heat, getting the reflective ice and snow and permafrost back in place to throw the sunlight back up where it came from instead of sucking it into the blue-black ocean where it radiates throughout as heat. The engineering of this is really very simple, technologically, as we said in the last lecture, and only politically difficult. Most of the solutions don't have any ecological downsides at all. I'm reminded of this great climate cartoon that I'm sure, or at least I hope, you've all seen. A speaker at the Climate Summit is presenting all the carbon drawdown solutions and sustainable development goals solutions, energy independence, preserve rainforests, sustainability, green jobs, livable cities, renewables, clean water and air, healthy children, etc., etc. And a skeptic in the audience complains, "What if it's a big hoax and we create a better world for nothing?" That picture says it all. Almost everything we talk about in things like the conversation about what should be added to a Green New Deal would be notably laudable without the existential threat of climate change. There really is no reason not to embrace and implement these solutions in and of themselves. They all lead to a better world by almost every objective measure except that used by beneficiaries of the socio-politico-economic status quo. Pundits of power will argue that using fossil fuels has and could continue to lift people out of poverty, but there again we face a false dichotomy. Nexus thinkers aren't falling for the binary use them or lose them mantra, exploit them all or keep them in the ground. Nexus thinkers are saying, look, we can't afford to put more carbon compounds in the atmosphere, so why don't we use the great gift of fossil fuels in such a way that no CO2 is released into the atmosphere? That's easy to do.